To say that God will give you another one. By this time, I want you to understand that a pregnancy loss victim, at this moment, they are just going through a loss. You don't just tell them God will give you another one. I want you to think of it this way. See, like when you have lost a friend, a loved one, a family, or that, do you tell the bereaved family that they will get another mother, for example, or father, or sister, or brother, or friend? We don't tell them that way. So why is it an exception for you to tell somebody who is grieving that God will give them another baby? Hi there, my name is Gloria. Welcome to Treasures Unspoken, a brand that provides psychosocial support to pregnancy loss victims and creates awareness to the society on the unresolved grief. If it's your first time joining Treasures Unspoken, we are delighted to have you on board. Personally, I'm grateful and applaud you for doing that. We pray that you can journey with us by subscribing so that anytime we post a video, you can get a notification. For regulars, we're truly grateful to have your viewership, that every now and then we post a video, you always come and watch. We appreciate your feedback, we appreciate working with us and even supporting us. Today we are getting into a different phase of Treasures Unspoken. We have been through a journey of talking to the mother, the victim, how you can be there for a victim of pregnancy loss. But today we want to dive into a different angle, specifically addressing the society. In this phase, we want to talk about society, you my viewer, you the friend, you the third party, a pregnancy loss victim, victims in life. And just like we had mentioned previously, even as you go through pregnancy loss, you realize that the society contributes a lot to such matters. So it's your time, you may feel that I want to just today. Perhaps you know somebody who has gone through pregnancy loss. Maybe you might have committed these words and you don't know. So today we want to address that to you. So what are we talking about today? Let's dive in. Most of the times when somebody goes through pregnancy loss, they feel the support or do not feel the support from the significant people in their life. Who are you, my viewer, or the society at large? And that's where we are coming in. That's why we are talking to you. And as we have said, we are creating awareness. So today, this episode is mainly about creating awareness. And we just focus on a broad topic today where we want you as my viewer who is not necessarily a pregnancy loss victim, but somebody who knows somebody, in that setting who has gone through a pregnancy loss. We are talking about being sensitive and mindful when facing or dealing with somebody who has gone through pregnancy loss. So what does being sensitive and mindful mean? Most of the times, the society, the significant people, or people around a victim just say anything they think is okay to be said. And that's where sensitivity comes in and being mindful. Most of the time you just say a word because you want to say, thinking that it will help this victim to go through the process and heal perfectly, but you are doing more harm than you thought you were being of help. So what are the things we tend to say in most cases when you're dealing with a pregnancy loss victim? In most cases you have heard of people, or now that I'm a pregnancy loss victim, you hear people say the baby wasn't yours. That is very wrong. You as an audience, you as a third party, who do you think the baby was? If it didn't belong to the mother or the victim or even the family that is grieving, whose baby was this? We get to these statements and you are like, when they are telling you that the baby was not yours, can you point to someone you think the baby was? If I could have given back, you would have said, for example, Gloria has a baby. Whose baby would that be? So you realize that most of the time we are less sensitive, we are not mindful, we just share words that we think are okay to be shared. And that's why you find yourself maybe just saying, the baby wasn't yours. And the statement that follows that is, God will give you another one. We are not disputing the fact that God gives human beings children, because we know that is His word, and He says that He gives children, or children are a blessing families. So when God says that, and you quickly follow up when you're trying to console somebody or comfort them, and the next statement is to say that God will give you another one. By this time, I want you to understand that a pregnancy loss victim, at this moment, they are just going through a loss. You don't just tell them, God will give you another one. I want you to think of it this way. See, like when you have lost a friend, a loved one, a family, or that, do you tell the bereaved family that they will get another mother, for example, or father, or sister, or brother, or friend? We don't tell them that way. So why is it an exception for you to tell somebody who is grieving that God will give them another baby? We don't tell people they will get another mother or another significant person in their life when we have gone through a loss. So it's not different even when we're talking to a mother who's just grieving and getting over pregnancy loss. We don't tell them God will give them another baby. Yes, God will, but this is not the right time when somebody is just grieving, the wound is still fresh, and you're telling them God will give them another baby. It looks logic, but at that point it is very rational, it is very unrealistic that you will tell somebody God will give them another baby despite the fact that it is the truth. So maybe the time you are saying that words is not the most appropriate words. Well, the other thing that you get people saying insensitively or not being mindful is when you're telling somebody that you are still young, you still get another baby. I was dealing with a patient some time back, and she's just in her early 20s, and she had just gone through a loss. And it shocked me for me to hear her say that people are saying she's still young, she will get another baby. A loss is a loss, whether you are 20, whether you are 40. The dimension does not vary based on age. You, my society, you, my friend, when you tell somebody that they are still young, they will get another baby. At this point, all they need is the baby they have just lost, not you telling them they will get another one. And we tend up to mix all these together. One, you think like, it's just, let me just say this though. Age doesn't mean it is less of a pain, or the promise of getting another baby doesn't justify the loss they are going through. And that's where society fails us. Age doesn't signify anything when somebody goes through a pregnancy loss. So let's learn to not just tell people you're still young, you'll get another. What happens when somebody lost her baby at 40? Would you tell them they're still young and they will get another baby? Think of it in that dimension. No. So age doesn't necessarily have anything to do with a loss, whether I'm just 20, whether I'm 15 or 30, whichever the case. Let's not base pregnancy loss on age and think that age has a factor to play in the loss. The other thing that we find ourselves as society maybe just commenting insensitively and not being mindful is telling somebody, don't tell people about the loss. You know, it's interesting that you will tell somebody who's grieving, let people not know you're going through pain. Of course, for different people, there are people who would prefer, I keep quiet about the loss, I don't want anybody to know I'm going through a loss. But you telling people, don't advertise to the world, don't tell people that you have gone through a loss. You don't know what this baby meant to this mother or father, and just jumping to tell them, don't tell people that you have just gone through a pregnancy loss. You know, I'm saying this because somebody very significant in my life, when I lost my first baby, told me, do not tell people that you have gone through a pregnancy loss. By the way, I submitted to that, and I didn't tell people. Most people didn't knew that I lost the first baby because, well, I lost her at a young age, so not many people knew about it. But later on, I came to realize that I did myself a lot of harm. I wish I would have talked about it, whether with the people I know or somebody who is really very active on social media. So I got to a point of wondering, what did this person mean when they told you to not tell people what you're going through? And you know, when you're told not to talk about pain, you keep repressing that down inside of you, and you are there left just nursing the wounds on your own. For some people, you find they end up in traumatic episodes because they never talked about the loss. They were told do not tell anybody. And you see, when you're not telling anybody, you say a problem shared is a problem solved. This is pain. If somebody can empathize with you, the pain you're going through, If you're the people who can talk about your loss, why not talk about it? Why not tell the people around you what you're feeling? If you feel like journaling down or maybe sharing on your social media platforms is okay for you, just go ahead and do that. Because when the society is telling this mother, do not share this pain with anybody, don't let anyone know, they don't necessarily understand what you're going through. So you, my viewer, who is a third party in a pregnancy loss, let's refrain from just telling people do not share your pregnancy loss. Let's talk about it. Either way, that's why Precious Unspoken is here, and that's why we are sharing about pregnancy loss, and we are bold about it, because we want the society to know this is a loss like any other. If we can grieve over significant people in our lives, we can grieve over people we never knew but we heard of their impact. What about a life that a mother carried in her womb? Whether it went to term or it was before term, as long as it is a loss, let's allow them and give them the space to talk about their pregnancy loss and share all that they could be going through. So the other thing you could maybe also find yourself being insensitive about is that you tell somebody they will get another baby. While it's true, this is not the perfect time. Just like it relates with the other one, when you tell somebody, God will give you another baby. There is this tendency of you telling a victim or a pregnancy loss related person that they will get another baby. That is true, but choose the timing. Understand when to say they will get another baby. Just don't come from nowhere and start telling them you will get another baby. Take time, allow them to grieve first, then tell them, yeah, yes, you will get another baby. But find the right timing. Every time is not appropriate. Wait first until the person has healed or at least can talk about the loss well. It's when you can tell them they will get another baby. But when the wound is fresh, take time and just give them the time to grieve. Give them the time to just talk and process all these they are going through, because no one is familiar with a loss, and so equally it is with pregnancy loss. No one is familiar with it. Whether you have had multiple pregnancy losses, whether you are a victim yourself and you're talking to somebody, don't just jump in and tell somebody that they will get another baby. Give them the time to heal and grieve over this one that is just deceased. Thank you so much for watching Precious Unspoken. The bottom line of today's video is that you should be sensitive and mindful when talking to a pregnancy loss victim. We are delighted that you have been with us until this very end. Thank you. Until next time, God bless you.